Whole misinformation, social media infrastructure, the conservative media infrastructure, we've had this conversation before. That is a problem that is going to outlast Trump.
Yeah.
Trump is a symptom of it and an accelerant to it, but he did not create it. We saw it when, during my campaign back in '08, and we saw it, you guys had to deal with it directly during our administration. It has gotten turbocharged because of social media and because the head of our government, our federal government, has resorted to it. But when you look at insane conspiracy theories like QAnon seeping into the mainstream of the Republican Party, what that tells you is that there are no more guardrails within that media ecosystem. And I think one of the biggest challenges all of us have, this is not just a progressives versus right-wing issue. This is really a genuine American society issue, is how do we reestablish some baselines of truth that at least the vast majority of people can agree to. You can't have a democracy in which political opponents are subject to this kind of inflammatory language. Now, he did this same thing with Hillary and the lock her up theme. And so I'm not surprised by it, that it continues. I'm disappointed that Republicans who know better have not checked him on this. And I think a very important question after the election, even if it goes well with Joe Biden, is whether you start seeing the Republican Party restore some sense of here are norms that we can't breach, because he's breached all of them and they have not said to him, this is too far. Trump was really complimentary of me for like the first 2 years. So Obama seemed like doing a great job. And essentially what happened, because the guy just decided he wanted attention, right? Whether it was to promote Celebrity Apprentice or whatever, he looked and saw what was being fed, and he said, "Oh, if that's what folks want, I can do that with even less inhibition."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So with even less of I don't need a dog whistle. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. So the issue has less to do with is one party or the other inevitably like this, one way or the other. It has much more to do with this ongoing tug of war between the better angels of our nature and our worst impulses. And I have confidence that we can get back to a point where both parties have in it those better angels. But I do think that we're going to have to figure out how to get to voters. What are the workarounds to just penetrate the 24/7 narrative that is being pumped out by folks like Fox News and others. We kind of underwrite the international order. And in the sense that even our enemies expect us to behave like adults on the international stage. If there's a crisis somewhere, people don't call Moscow or Beijing, they call us and say, what are we going to do to help? Over the last 4 years, it's not as if Trump has been all that active internationally. I mean, the truth is he doesn't have the patience and the focus to really substantially change a lot of U.S. foreign policy. What he's done is he's systematically tried to decimate our entire foreign policy infrastructure. And the thing I know about Joe is that he respects people who know history and have expertise and he's going to pay attention to somebody who has worked in Africa to find out, all right, like, how should I deal with a particular crisis there, as opposed to calling it a bunch of, I won't say the word countries. He has a respect and understanding for what American leadership can do.